It is 1 a.m. in the morning over here. I don't know why I stayed up for this, but I did, and we're watching it live. Oh hey! This is Framemakers, right? The other thing. Wait, is it? Wait, Framemakers is an early access already? Huh. Note to self to go check it out. This looks like they pretty accurately ported it over. They get a stage. Oh, okay. Yo, this remix of the menu theme though. Another... oh. They got another custom character creator? Huh. No, I'm warming up a little bit more to the art style and the movement. Looks like it could be fun. I had my initial doubts about Framemaker's initial, like, when I first saw the movement and stuff, but it looks a little smoother, although it does look very similar to Rivals. I guess I'll have to actually try the game to see how it feels like. Of course it is. I mean, he summons a wall and everything. It's one of the most unique platform fighter things. Yeah, so I guess if this game... You know, I didn't catch that the last time. I guess I haven't kept up... Oh. I hadn't kept up with Framemaker specifically, but... Huh. So one of the unique selling points of the game is that it has assists, huh? Interesting. So many... Early access this August, okay.
Long, long ago. Before history, before legend even.
This is
There was a
Fleet's game,
battle
right?
between the elemental forces of ether and the darkness from the abyss. The fight reshaped the land and lasted for generations. The people of ether came together, all tribes, all elements, and sealed the darkness away. They freely gave everything they had to save each other and the world. The fallen and their treasures were buried deep beneath what is now Jules Vale. Now, countless fortune hunters and adventurers.
Yeah, this is the
dive
game.
into
This is the game that
mines
Fleet's starring in.
excitement. I
Pretty
fear
sure.
they'll find a terrible darkness as well.
I don't remember what it's called though, but this is Fleet's game. Yep, there it is. Dang, that's some pretty pixel animation. Is it like a mystery dungeon type of game? Or like a top-down Zelda type of game? Or one of the two. That's a really complex UI up top though. What type of game is it? Turn-based RPG? Dungeons of Aether, that's what it was called. 25th October. Alright. I'll keep an eye out for it. It looks,
Yes! Hello, everyone! There's been a slight change in the schedule, but that's okay since we never told you the schedule in the first place! Anyway, presenting the comedy stylings of Fleet the Fox!
You're not wrong. No? Oh, okay. They're showing a legit trailer now. Alright. The sequel to Rivals of Aether. I have a feeling you're not gonna call it Rivals 2 then. Station background looks pretty darn pretty. Why are they just standing there though? Zeta has a nice new design. Although we saw it the last time round. Is this the joke that they're not moving?
Why are they doing anything? Oh no. Guys, do the act!
Alright.
What? Weren't you always yelling at us before about not fighting?
Ugh, that's not what I meant. I just wanted you two to understand that.
As a pacifist, I would never hurt my pal Zetter.
Yeah, being the Ranster.
Shut up! Never mind! No storylines, no puppets of ether! Just be rivals! Now get out there and fight each other already! Yes, ma'am!
Alright, let's try that again. Wait, that's Hold On, isn't it? There's voice acting now, huh? Interesting. It's very colorful, this thing. Some good animation, man. Yeah, I'm warming up to the style. I'm warming up to the animation style already. It takes a while to get used to because you're so used to like the pixel style. But this is some, yeah. You're doing a lot of work with the VFX and stuff. Stuff looks really good. Looks like the stuff you're used to, other than there being shields now. Okay, the zoom ins though. Are these intros before the match starts? Okay, no, this is a CG show off. Oh, they really are calling it Rivals 2. 2024. Okay. They're announcing it 2 years in advance. That means we're gonna have a pretty long marketing lead up to it, and interesting. That's cool. So get at least 2 more years of 2 more years of just messing around with regular Rivals and rollback. Very happy with that. And then, you know, we've got time to do a lot of workshop stuff too. I'm actually happy that it's not coming out so soon because now we have a little we'll have a little room to breathe with Rivals getting rollback and everything, you know. Look at all this effort that went into making this shit post. I see you guys, I appreciate it.
Ideally.
Oh, I didn't even consider that though. Rivals 2 potentially being free to play. The fact that they're not
business model
committing to it yet, that's interesting.
We are not ready to announce the business model yet, but it will have a business model. We're gonna try to take all your money. Well, not all of it, most of it, most of your money.
Yeah.
We're not sure yet, so we're still working on that.
Okay, reading between the lines, they want to see how
we'll announce it
Multiversus
once we
does.
know. Obviously, we're well aware of not just gaming, but fighting games in particular. Lots of you can go online and see lots of discussions about what's the best way
this is the
to
discourse
put out
right
a
now.
fighting game or multiplayer game.
Free to play means a
and
bigger
we are
audience, but also slightly harder to monetize. Yeah.
we're good.
Okay, but reading between the lines, I'm fairly
Will there be a
certain
bid?
this is because
Will there be
they're
a
still in the
advanced beta
development.
testing in 2023? Sign up for the newsletter on the front page.
And they're still doing development, so they're like far from deciding the
Because that will
marketing model
announce.
yet.
We'll
So
probably
I
do
think they're
another
probably
list,
going to
so it's
be
not like this week's
observing
letter's gonna be
how
the beta
Multiversus
sign-up,
does,
but
potentially
you
how
get an
Project
email
L does,
when
if that
it's
is free to
live,
play.
and
Most
then you
likely it
can
will be
sign
free
up
to
on
play.
the
So they'll take a look at that and
website.
you'll probably decide
let
from
you
there.
know
I
when
think that's what they're going to do.
Now that being said, we're
Okay,
still
the thing,
going to
okay, so
focus
shields and
on
grabs, right? That's the
fighting
major thing
first.
that everyone's been
So
talking
if there's
about.
we ever have to make a difficult choice when it comes to
Or rather, like that's the
development,
major thing that everyone
delaying
immediately
a
notices with
feature,
the new design.
something
That was even
like
way back
ranked
with the
mode
original 3D
would
teaser.
not would get
They
delayed
showed shields,
second
and
to like a story
yeah,
mode,
I
right?
can see two ways about it. Like,
just
it is
based on our
very
timing and
true,
how we're
like
gonna
what they
release
say.
stuff,
It makes things more
single
accessible
player content,
because
we're gonna prioritize it.
It's
and
a
then we
little more
want to
familiar
have that
for
players,
people who are used
but
to Smash and
it's gonna be
whatnot,
lower
and
priority
similar
than
platform
anything
fighters.
competitive.
But
All right, let's get into some of the gameplay
that
stuff because in the trailer we revealed even more gameplay stuff. So last year we
homogenizes back to
revealed
the genre, you
shields.
know, like I'm always a
This year
big
we showed
fan
off
of
even
like
more. People have questions. People are gonna be like, "Why
games
are you
in the
doing this?"
genres, like
So this is where Trevor can hop
experimenting,
in.
trying on new
Trevor,
things,
take,
you know.
why do we have shields?
That's how
in
the
this game?
thing, that's how the genre
Because
grows,
shields
you know, like in fighting
are
games
a
as well.
great way to add defensive options.
Traditional fighting games. The
And,
genre
really,
grows by
it's
having different
mostly for
gameplay and stuff, you
accessibility,
know. So
too,
adding
'cause when
shields
people
does mean that
pick
it's a
up
little
the
bit
game and they can't
homogenizing
defend
back towards the
themselves.
Smash design,
What
which
do
I
you
have
mean?
mixed feelings about.
True.
But I can't
So
deny
shields
it,
are-
you know.
shields
I
are just
have
an easy way
I know
to add more
actual
depth to the game,
people
you know?
in the Smash community who are
Yeah,
like
yeah, and then
excited
one thing
for
that
Rivals
we
2
repeat
because
in this
they have
FAQ, and
shields
I'll
and
repeat it
stuff,
on
you
the
know.
stream, is one of the biggest goals for Rivals 2 in terms of gameplay is
Well,
we want to hit
ledges are
like
also
kind of
being
three
added,
pillars.
huh?
It's familiar, intuitive, and expressive. So in Rivals, I would say in terms of the genre, you know, there already is games that take a lot from Super Smash Brothers, play like Super Smash Brothers. In Rivals 2, like we're definitely kind of not afraid to get even a little bit more familiar in terms of our systems.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because one of the reasons that we are even, you know, considering this is a lot of the games that have come out in the genre has definitely expanded in the 2010s. But no games have really hit Smash's quality level at the beginning. So if you want to create the genre and differentiate, you kind of have to like hit the quality and then start going sideways. Even Rivals from the beginning, you know, like pixel art, reduced moveset, reduced attacks, was never meant to be necessarily like in terms of gameplay and depth at the same scale of something like Melee or DM or Ultimate. So this time we want to try to hit that depth. And then the reason that we feel confident in being able to expand the genre from there is that for those who follow Rivals, our character designs are a little insane.
That is true.
Even just in Rivals of Aether, you know, we want to keep that.
Okay,
motif
I get.
going.
Okay,
So,
I get
like,
where they're.
you know, once we have the base,
I think I
the
get
base
what
can be
where they're
more
coming
familiar
from in game
because
design wise
the
now. Yeah,
characters
so
will
they're
start going out.
they're
It
introducing
kinda
more
adds systems on top of it,
accessibility
right?
in
Like,
the
you know,
game
Rano
mechanic
already has
side
a
of
poison
things.
system that
And
builds
yeah,
on
they're
top of the
accomplishing
game.
it by homogenizing it back
Character
towards
like
Smash
Diana
because
has,
Smash
like, her Steve
Smash's
art
gameplay
in Rivals of
mechanics
Aether, so,
are in
all that
fact
stuff is gonna
still
add complexity
more
on top.
accessible than Rivals because your defense is just not
So we
it's not
don't
timed to
necessarily need
just
to
a
get
parry,
super
you know.
different in terms of
You have active
engagement
defense with
mechanics.
shooting.
Uh,
So I get it. Going back to Smash is
Alright,
definitely
Trevor,
one
why do we
method
add
that you can
ledges,
make
though?
it more
Ledges
accessible.
was a big,
But at the same
intuitive
time,
accessibility
because
thing,
the
because
characters in
when
Rivals are
people
like
first play
skewed
Rivals,
towards
like,
more
say you're at a
unique mechanics
convention
per
or something,
character, you know, like it's
and
I always
they're
called it
trying to
last time.
recover
It's like the Guilty
most
Gear of
likely they're
platform
not going
fighters
to,
in terms of how they design
because, you know,
characters.
you
Every
have
character has
to
their own
know about the
win
wall system. This
condition. There's
one,
their own
you
little
go
chores that
near,
they're trying to
you
do.
go towards the stage,
Keeping
you're gonna
that
grab the ledge.
in
It's
will
just a
probably
huge step up in
maintain
terms
that
of
maintain that
who
unique
gets
selling
to
point, you
enjoy
know.
the game when
They do
Oh, and they're
mention
keeping
that.
parries still. Okay.
Um,
Startup is even
Oh,
is
yeah, they can.
slightly slower.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. Okay, that's
George, you can
gonna
unmute yourself.
that's actually probably gonna be
But George asked,
slightly.
is there
If you switch
ledge
between
jumping?
Rivals and Rivals 2, that's probably
There is
gonna
not.
mess you up a
We'll go
little
over
bit.
that in a bit. So I cut it because I hated ledges because I played competitive Brawl,
Yeah.
which now that time has passed, there's probably a lot of people
Wow.
who are like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, if
Brawl,
there
dude?
is a
Like,
game
did
that
you
would
just, like,
make
not
people hit
enjoy your
ledges,
life
it would
at
be
that time?"
Brawl.
And I was like, "No, actually, there was a time where Brawl was more popular than Melee." For everyone who forgets, the pummel system is new for Rivals 2. Why is there a new pummel system? Well, because I don't like mashing in platform fighters.
That is very
And I never
fair.
have.
I agree.
So anyway, all that leads to I did not want to do mashing again. So our new system is inspired by a game that I worked on before Rivals of Aether called Killer Instinct. And for those of you who have heard of that game, it's a fighting game.
So we have one
2D
break
fighter,
into
like Street
yeah,
Fighter,
we have one
but
break,
it
two
has
break,
a
huh?
system called Combo Breakers.
Yep.
And we kind of took that and applied it to here.
Medium-
So the
light
way it
breaker,
works in
medium
Rivals
breaker?
2 is you get 2 pummels. You have your normal pummel.
Yeah,
or
it's like
your
a special, right? So
pummel.
we've got one break and two
Your normal
break.
pummel just deals a pretty good chunk of damage. Right now they deal 8%. So that it's basically like multiple pummels in, you know, a Smash style game
I'm down for that
Um,
actually.
in terms of damage.
Throwing in,
Special pummels
tossing
also
in
do
throw
11%, but
breaks
they have
in the
another
same
effect
way
to
as
each of the
KI
characters.
breakers,
So Zeta burns
or
like
you know,
some
one break, two
fire.
breaks in
I
Tekken.
think his actually does a little less, so the damage
That would
evens out.
definitely
His
make
does like 6 plus 5.
like grabs
Um,
interesting,
Rano
you know,
puts
and you
you
get risk
4
reward
stacks of
too,
poison.
depending on which one you want to choose.
Braster will
And you
whoop
also have the
later 'cause we're
no,
still
the
messing
no,
with it, but it's just
the
silly
no
right
risk
now.
option where you can just toss them
Silly.
immediately.
So
So
the
every time
break
you
out
go
of the
for a
grab,
pummel, I guess
the
you get a chance to
grab,
break.
the attacker shows. So one of the interesting mechanics that we're going to see is that some of the special pummels are designed where once you start getting your chill percent, you're going to be very scared of some special pummels because of what their
Ooh.
extra effect is. Whether that's moving you somewhere else or, you know, for example, Zeta Burn's Fire is great because you can light them on fire, then down throw, and then if they don't DI correctly, you get up strong. So you're going to be very afraid of that, which means we're going to have a weighted Yomi situation where at high level, we might
That's the
see
good
players
stuff.
basically getting the regular pummels for free.
Weighted Yomi
because
is
their
the good
opponent's so
stuff.
scared. Not gonna just start out by just like copying every
Okay.
character. We do want to make some new designs. Get to see how far we can push characters. Also, just make some new designs that are simpler too. I'm always trying to like be like, well, for every Sylvanos, let's try to get another Zeta Burn. So yeah, we're
all right. So
definitely
not
going to
every
have new characters. In
character
terms
at
of
launch will be a
guests,
veteran.
I will say
I
right
think
now
what
that we are not
they're planning to have a mixture
planning
of veterans and
guests
newcomers.
at all.
No
Currently.
guests.
So it will be
Okay, no guest
pure
characters.
Ether Studios characters.
No guest characters at
Original-
launch. Fair enough.
Original IP.
I guess that means Ori
world.
and Shovel Knight won't be
Who
going
knows?
over too.
Maybe sometime there will be guests, but you know, one thing that sets us apart from other platform vendors, I guess, is that
I'll
we
have to find a new main.
original world universe.
Yeah, they canonized the.
So they would not be considered guests if they did.
Yeah, the
guests
workshop
if
pack are
they did
canon
show
now.
up
I think.
in future.
So they're
They
they're
were
fair game
created
for
outside
Rivals too.
the company, but we're also looking into exactly how we want it to be in terms of the full game. You know, now that we have working peer-to-peer rollback in Unreal, that's appealing.
The
we
engine's
also
Unreal.
Really likes to see kind of what Brawlhalla does in their game with the server-based rollback.
Okay,
and just
that's
kind of the stability that they can get.
that's an
From
interesting
having
take.
servers
Yeah.
be the authority. So we don't have like an announcement yet on how the netcode is going to run, but there will be some kind of rollback. There will be
For sure.
client-side prediction that will reduce input delay.
Yeah.
What exactly the tech is that accomplishes that, we are not at the stage where we can share yet. But yes, we are treating it as online being the primary form of competition, and we'll be working to have as low of input delay as possible.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to hear. So it will be rollback. It's just whether they're like
People asking
looking
about
at peer to
GameCube
peer or
controller
looking at like
support.
bigger expansion. Like
This
what
is probably still also early, but I kind of want to say
you know, like what
we're doing
Brawlhalla
now.
does. Brawlhalla is
So in
huge
the
enough that it can
development
do
build
some
right
server
now,
stuff, and I think Project L
we
will
have
be doing things like that as well.
direct,
So
the
if
Wii U
those do
adapter
really well, I
support.
mean Brawlhalla does
So
really
if
well.
you're
We've already got
familiar
one
with
case study of it.
Dolphin's
If
GameCube
Project L also
controller
does it
support,
super
we
well, then
have
maybe that's something that
basically
you
the
might want to
same
look
thing.
into. But
Mhm.
either way, it's gonna be
Right,
rollback.
not
It's either
Model
gonna it's just
1
that it's
direct
either gonna be
input,
peer to
but
peer,
you need the Mayflash
or
PC
it's gonna
adapter,
be
but you need the Mayflash
some
PC
kind of
adapter.
server based thing.
And the
Shield
answer is
pokes and shield
no.
drops, actually. People have been curious about that.
Oh, shield drops? Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Is there animation
And
for that?
With an input that is much more consistent than the other games where you can shield drop.
What's the input?
Right now,
Shots fired
the
at
input is
shots
when
fired
you
at
release your
Ultimate,
shield,
shots
you
fired
just
at
hit
Nick
down.
All Stars.
So you just let go of shield and hit down, and you'll shield drop.
Nice.
Solid.
Yeah, very easy.
Solid. Thank you.
Let's talk about the beta a little bit. So,
Thank you.
yeah, we do have one planned for the future sometime, hopefully 2023.
Nick All Stars,
And I know
weird ass
we
input for
upgraded
shield
our
dropping.
website. We were like,
Just
oh,
because I can get used to it doesn't mean that I like
this
it.
website.
The other thing to mention on the stream is to not only get on the newsletter for the beta, we also, if you go to etherstudios.com, we have some positions up because we are still expanding. One thing that's pretty interesting about this project is we're still very small. So like our goals, our ambitions are like to compete against basically AAA multiplayer. You know, that's what we're trying to compete against. So
It's a
any
good goal
game
to work
that
towards.
you can currently play online that has multiplayer, you know, that's the market that we want to be in. We're currently doing it with a team that's under 20 people. Under 20 people.
Yeah.
But not only that, just like parts of the game, one person's responsible for it. So like the stages,
You know what they're saying?
we have one
This,
person
this is
doing
what they're
concept
actually
art,
saying.
Dallin,
You want to
and
be the
then
next
Kai is
Brawlhalla,
doing,
is what they're trying to say.
basically all the stage creation right now.
And like,
We have
Brawlhalla's team actually
one
wasn't that
person
big
who's
when they
been doing
first started
pretty
out
much all
too,
the
you know?
animations so far. So we have
Brawlhalla's team
Diego
was
on our
actually really
team,
small.
but we have somebody else starting.
But they grew
next month,
and
so
eventually
now
became such a big thing that they
animation
got
will
like
faster.
major IP collabs.
In terms of gameplay,
They have that huge
programming, it has
esports
been
scene.
entirely all
That's what
Trevor
they're really saying behind it.
doing
You
that.
know, they want to compete in the
So these
AAA
are, like,
space. Brawlhalla is
the
like
teams that we're
something
playing-
that's
or
not
the
really
games that we're
mentioned very
competing against.
often
These are all
in the context of AAA,
departments,
but it's
and
it's
our
there.
departments
It's
are
up there,
people,
you know.
a person, a single person.
You want to name
That's the
AAA games that have
So
scenes?
yes, like we do want to expand and be able
Brawlhalla
to,
isn't
but
even
at the same
AAA and it
time,
has
we
a scene
also
bigger than
are
some
expanding
AAA
in
games.
one way that we can.
Lastly, said proximity chat, please. So when you grab someone, you're like,
Proximity chat.
and then when you're off stage, you're
Go
like,
talk to them during drag.
That is such a silly idea for a
That would
fighting
actually be
game.
amazing.
A fighting game with
Okay.
proximity chat. You know, that's
Whisper.
such a hilarious idea. I think it
some
actually
people have
would
been
gain some.
asking, this is a long
just from it.
question, maybe, but
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
it was some
can
good stuff, man.
see some
It's
of
nice
the
to get.
major-
I like sitting down and watching the dev interviews afterwards because it's like it gives a good
I think that, yeah, like I said, the big thing for
gives
us
a good
is,
information as to like, you know, where the
we
direction,
are aware, you know.
where the potential direction of like where they want to take games in, especially this one. Yeah, I understand a little bit more where they're coming from now as far as like some of the design goes, and like that gives me a little bit more confidence, you know. So I'm down for it. Very excited for Rivals 2. We'll be playing it when it comes out, in whatever form it is, you know, free to play, paid game. If there's a beta and it's a streamable beta, I'm definitely down for it. But yeah, looking forward to it.